On today's show, we've got great news for the Arizona Cardinals from Adam Schefter's latest report. Stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss this. And welcome into Cardinals Today, presented by Prize Picks. I am your host, Joey O'Donoghue. Before we dive into the Schefter reports, we've got 4 videos last week that had 100-plus likes. Can we make that 5 today? I encourage everybody to tap that like button. Let's get this video to 100 likes. If you're excited for the NFL draft and for the Cardinals to draft some studs for years to come, we're going to need some likes on the video. I appreciate you all tuning into the show. And we're going to start right away with this report from Adam Schefter that I am excited about for Arizona. And if you're a fan, you should be too. He says Notre Dame running back Jeremiyah Love is considered by many to be the best player in the class. It could become the first running back drafted in the top 5 since the Giants took Saquon Barkley, 2nd overall in 2018. There are some who believe he could go as high as number 3 to Arizona and no lower than 7 to Washington, which has been pushing to upgrade its backfield in each of the past 2 offseasons. There is growing chatter in league circles that Love is truly in play at the high end of that range with Arizona. If the Cardinals hold on to their pick, some around the league believe they could pull an early draft surprise and select Love in a slot slightly higher than he has been projected to go. Woohoo! Hallelujah! This is the right move. If you're staying at 3, give me Jeremiyah Love. It'd be electric, and I think it's a report that the Cardinals are actually looking to do something smart. Reportedly, a voice in the room is pushing for Jeremiyah Love, and he has influence. The thing with this draft is there's few blue-chip players. It's not a great class. It honestly kind of pisses me off, the class, sometimes. Like, I can find something wrong with all the top guys. Not Jeremiyah Love, though. And so, if you're staying at 3, take one of the only blue-chip generational players. It's that simple, and I'm glad Love would likely be the 3rd pick if Arizona stays. Let's go inside the numbers with Jeremiyah Love, because I talked so much about how much I like him, think he's the best player in the draft, and we talked about his skill set. But here's the stats that back it up. 4.5 yards after contact and 4.39 in the last 2 years. 56 forced missed tackles. He's elusive. He's shifty. Tons of giant runs. 8 that went for over 20 yards this year, led the FBS. Had 35 touchdowns the last 2 years. Rushing? That's nuts. 40 total touchdowns, 8 more than anyone else in that time frame. A true 3-down back with receiving upside, especially last year. You saw that. He can do it all. And people want to bring up the Cardinals running back room. You know, they signed Tyler Algier, James Connors, reworked his deal. Like, they'll figure that out, okay? Relax. Well, to trade Trey Benson or something like that, it's Jeremiyah Love. It's a pick that's going to hit. He's the best player in the class. We're not going to not do that because of Tyler Algier. All right? They'll figure that out. They're just about getting good players on the team right now. And so that's why I think they should do it if they stay at 3. So if you agree with me, let me know in that comment section by typing Y for yes here. Do you want the Cardinals to draft Love at 3? Type Y for yes. Type N for no. If you disagree, let me know about it. Open to all opinions here, but let's get some comments going in that comment section. I said we had 2 reports from Adam Schefter, so we're going to talk about the next one that has to do with a trade for Arizona. Don't go anywhere, but first, let's talk about the app that I can't get enough of, and that is Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching sports. Playoff basketball is here, big golf tournaments. Baseball is underway if you're old school, and personally, I love sports, and I love making daily fantasy lineups. You guys can follow me on the app to see all of my lineups at JoeyOD1 and get the picks before they get posted here on the show. You can also follow your friends, share lineups, or explore your favorite celebrity lineups. I got one for tonight that has Donovan Mitchell more than 2.5 rebounds, Max Strus more than 5.5 points, and Karl Anthony Towns more than 2.5 assists. I love this lineup, okay? A 3-pick power play, $16, get back 30, over $30, all right? You can make this same one. Basically, guys, the app's really easy to use. Just pick more or less on a few player stats and lock in your lineup. A new user offer. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code HMA to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. The link is in the comment section and description of today's video, and that is code HMA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It is good to be right. Adam Schefter had another Cardinals report I said we're going to talk about, so that's what's next on the show. Take a look at what Adam Schefter had to say about Arizona's plans early in the first round. Ideally, the Cardinals would like to find a team willing to trade up so they can acquire more picks, and there have already been exploratory calls, as one source described it, regarding the number 3 selection. Already having trade calls is pretty big. That usually signals you want to move down from that pick. You know, it's not a matter of let's get in the war room, see who's there. It's their first priority is trading down to get more assets and more draft picks. First of all, the reason I say this is great news is because they're doing the right thing. It seems like the Cardinals will either take the best player there, which is as simple as that. Take the best player there. That sounds like a good draft approach to me. Or trade down and get a position that you need. Who would have thought, now obviously nothing's happened yet, but who would have thought the Cardinals are reportedly going to do the right thing for once in the draft? Todd McShay, though, said the Cardinals are, quote, desperate to trade down. Now, I don't like the phrasing of the word desperate. I do think that is their number one priority. The more I read, the more I hear from the NFL insiders. But that word's a little concerning. Here's the deal. The Cardinals want an offensive tackle. Pick 3, it's too rich to take an offensive tackle, whether it's Francis Mauigoa, Spencer Fano, the 2 best tackles, and they specifically are right tackles in this draft. They're not top 10 players probably in the draft, right? So it's too rich to take them at 3 when you got Love and Down sitting there. And I will say, because there's only a few blue-chip prospects, a team like the Cowboys probably more inclined to move up, right? Because you're sitting there at 12, you have the assets to do it. You might as well get that trade partner. Otherwise, you're not going to get someone to change the franchise at 12, perhaps. And Arizona, of course, they want extra draft capital. That's why the trade down is a good idea for them and probably their preference. What I don't like about the word desperate is normally in negotiations, that doesn't help you get value when you're desperate to make the deal, right? It comes off, and they're probably not going to get as good a deal as you normally could for a number 3 pick. But Adam Schefter listed the Cowboys specifically as a team. Check this out. A potential trade-up candidate in the eyes of some front office executives is the Cowboys. They have 2 first-round picks, though they are said to want to hold on to pick 20 and have needs for a big-time defensive player. I think the Cowboys could be the team that actually gives you a haul because they have the 2 first-round picks. Now their division rival, New York Giants, has pick 5 and pick 10, 2 picks ahead of them. The defensive studs they want aren't going to be there. They might want to jump New York. And to do that, you got to go through Arizona or Tennessee. And so a lot of rumors that teams want to trade down. Cardinals probably want to do it the most. I think a deal could be very likely here on draft day. Some more from Adam Schefter about Ty Simpson, everybody's favorite topic as it comes to the Arizona Cardinals lately. League sources say the Rams had been eyeing Ty Simpson with pick 29. They traded that pick to the Kansas City Chiefs. And so all of a sudden, maybe the Cardinals could wait and get Simpson in the second round. Check this out from Schefter. It hurt the chances that quarterback Ty Simpson would be a first-round pick. If Arizona wants to leapfrog New York, it could not only land Simpson, but also get the 5th-year option on his rookie contract by taking him in round 1. The only reason they would get Ty Simpson in the first round is, 1, ensure they get him if they love him, and 2, pick up that 5th-year option, right? If he's doing well, you could basically lock him onto the team for a 5th year on that rookie deal. But it's the worst-kept secret in the league. Let's be honest. Ty Simpson is an Arizona Cardinal, all right? The odds are minus money now. For a guy that's not going to be a top 5 pick, that's insane. Like, this is happening. Whether it's in the first round, whether it's in the second round, they want Ty Simpson, they're getting Ty Simpson. And I want your feelings on this. Your one-word reaction, if and when the Cardinals draft Ty Simpson, would be what? Put it in the comment section. One word, how you'd react to the Cardinals drafting Ty Simpson if and when that occurs. Last thing I'm going to end the show off with today is something that Adam Schefter brought up. I thought we could get a good laugh out. Daniel Carlson's 60-yard game-winning field goal against the Chiefs for the Raiders gave the Cardinals the second pick in the second round. It helped them out a lot because basically the Raiders had the same record now as the Jets, the Cardinals, and the Titans. Vegas got the first overall pick because of their strength of schedule, but because all the records are tied, because of that game-winning kick, the flips order in the second round, and that's why you have the Jets and Cardinals picking at the top of the second. So, a little bit of fun right there. Things actually go to Cardinals' way, in a sense. That's going to do it for today's show. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're a fan of this Arizona Cardinals football team, I got you covered with the news and rumors leading up to the draft and during the draft. We'll analyze all the picks. You're not going to want to miss that if you're a Cardinals fan. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time here on Cardinals Today.